very interesting day.
Hello guys and girls. As usual, Thursday, live trading room together with Lachlan. Lachlan, hello. How are you?
Mate, we are very well. We are very well. We are buying off the S&P 500. I'm changing some computer settings here.
Guys,
Off the
first of all,
500.
before we start, let's you just write in chat that you're hearing us, that you can see us, everything is working well. Meanwhile, Lachlan, what's the update, market update?
Right, the update is the S&P 500 is at record highs. They're about to punch record highs. Yesterday in the LTR, we spoke about the CPI figures last night being very positive, which means it's highly likely there was a signal called a swing trigger. Highly likely the swing trigger will trigger and take off on positive news. We said that in the LTR last night. That's exactly what occurred. And the S&P 500 is now, again, yesterday was the highest daily close in the history of the S&P 500. So again, today it's all about massive buying. So this huge buying coming in all over the world. So that's what's going on.
Sensational. Great, guys.
Yep.
We expect a lot of interesting things to happen today, as well as Lachlan already said. And for all of you from my side, I'm just gonna say I wish you tons of rule following, strategy following, and doing everything according to the plan, right? That's the best what you can wish to a trader. And guys,
100%.
I'm not gonna take any more time from you. Let's just make sure that Zoom people can hear us. Can some of you guys text us something in the chat?
Yeah, looks like Zoom is online, so we should be able to get a text chat out of Zoom. And,
Great.
Yep, there we go. Zoom is alive. Fantastic. Very good.
Great, guys. That's amazing. As well, YouTube. I will check with the YouTube meanwhile. Great. Guys, not taking any more time from you. Enjoy your wonderful time together.
We'll do our best. So hi guys and girls, Lockie here. Hope you're fantastic. We're just going to make sure those PowerPoints come up perfect. PowerPoints are up. Suzanne, how are you? Nikki, how are you? Carlene, Jiz, right? Everybody's coming in. Very, very good. So we'll get the day rolling. Let me just move some stuff around here. Some logistics in the background. So guys, yesterday we spoke about the swing trigger on the S&P 500, how it was highly likely to trigger on positive CPI news, and that it would clearly drag the S&P 500 to the high side. Again, guys, that's exactly what has occurred. All right, so let me show you. Here is the S&P 500 as we talk about it right now. That is the highest the S&P 500 has ever been. Guys, if you want to look at the daily swing trigger from yesterday, all right, that is what has resulted from yesterday. All right, so this is what we identified as a swing trigger point. Positive US news came out after a really, really nice retrace. They've come back through, picked up the swing trigger long, and we are literally staring at history in the making. Guys, right now, as we do this webinar for you, what is it? 14th of May. That is the highest daily close in the history of the US S&P 500. I'd say again, guys, we spoke about it yesterday. We'll tinker with this in a second. The reality is, guys, the people that push the stock market around, are not only massive fans of the change to the Federal Reserve. So, guys, the new Federal Reserve chairman was sworn in the US last night. So again, Powell. We spoke about Powell last month, guys, that he was on his way out. He's probably going to say something to try and make Trump look bad. We did a very good job of that, but no one took it seriously. And now we've got a new Federal Reserve chairman, and off we go. So guys, what does it all mean? What does it all mean for us today? I'm going to sound like a broken record here, but what it means for us is we're just going to do the same thing we did yesterday. as there was some really good opportunity yesterday. Again, shout out to Jack, guys, JAK, Jack in Sydney. I was 18 years old, did more than $700 profit last night. Like, can you imagine 18 years old pulling $500 to $600 per day? Imagine that. I think it's very exciting. So, guys, let's Nicky did very well. He's only 18 years old. I say only 18, man. If like when I was 18, you couldn't even do this. Like you weren't allowed to do this. This was restricted to banks only. So I think it's exciting. So, guys, welcome to the session. Again, I've been doing this for a little while. We'll talk about that in a second. Guys, ultimately, trading is not easy, but it is simple. Consistency, guys, is the key to success in trading. Now, today, guys, as I say every time I run this session with you, I will personally be targeting ratio and delta strategies today. Guys, that is the easiest strategy to trade when you are trying to run a live trading room and guide people in and out of the market and take trades, which some days proves to be a bit of a challenge. Now, what are we doing, guys? The best traders are built, in my humble opinion, in a live trading room because there's absolutely nowhere to hide. Right? So what we're doing is we are developing a family, guys, a family of traders around the world. Because trading well is one thing, but if you have a community around you, a great team, you've got 100% transparency. Not only does it help you believe in the art of trading, but it helps you get on with the job of being a really good trader. Speaking of that, for the FTAX traders, you are eyeing off an R1 reversal. We're literally creeping towards the R1 right now. So just keep a very close eye on that. So, guys, the beauty of today, guys, is it is an AMA format. So for those that are brand new to what we do, please don't be shy. If you've got any questions at all, it's typically not a good idea to ask those in the first 25 to 30 minutes because that's normally when we get our best trades and we make our most money. Guys, around about 45 minutes into the session, the market should go to sleep, and that's a really good time to answer questions. Guys, that's for those that are brand new to what we do. Also, again, guys, if you've got some serious experience, a great time to ask a question. So with that said, guys, we are going to be trading futures today. Some are trading CFDs. Just be aware that there are 4 things I need to warn you about. First and foremost, guys, because we are trading markets, guys, there is risk. There are 2 risks. There's a risk of making money and also a risk of losing money. Because we are trading on margin, that risk is amplified. Guys, what does that ultimately mean? That you will see us today very, very much fit the role of professional risk controllers. What does that mean, guys? We only take high probability trades. We cut our risk quickly, we let our profits run, and if the market is being friendly, as we end up with some very big goals. If the market's not being very friendly, we normally end up getting stopped out by a trailing stop. Either way, it's all about professional risk control. As everything we do today is general information only. The past performance of all financial products, everything. Everything. So the past performance, guys, of all financial products, we used to be able to use it as an indication of future performance. Guys, we're not allowed to anymore. In fact, guys, that brings up a really good point. Many moons ago, like I'm talking like 6 or 7 years ago, I was actually asked, Lockie, do you have proof that trading works? And the only way you can present this proof, guys, is audited trading statements. And we decided to get 6 months worth of trading statements audited. Like, okay, let's get it audited. And it was about $7,000 to get them audited. Which point in time we said, hey, check out this, isn't it absolutely fantastic? And then ASIC turned around and said, yeah, but you can't use past performance as an indication of future performance. So again, the only way now to prove that your strategy works is invite people into the live trading room and say, well, we've got 4 good trades today. That's a pretty good indication as to what we do. Now, guys, speaking of market risk factors, if I can, everything we're doing today, guys, is presented for the purpose of education because there's this wonderful thing called the internet. And again, because we are trading over the internet, guys, I can guide you in and out of the market as best as possible as per the 101 course. However, there is no guarantee that you'll be able to get in where I want you to get in and get out where I want you to get out. All right. So we've got to be aware, guys, of market risk factors that go well beyond the internet. Now, guys, that being said, who am I? My name is Lockie. Guys, I basically built the Samurai trading system and all of the indicators. As I have been in the trading education space since 2009. Guys, I discovered futures trading in 2007, and guys, we've just built from there. So I've had an opportunity to actually travel the world teaching trading. I've had the chance to speak on stage with Donald Trump, Robert Kiyosaki, Richard Branson, all of these pretty cool people. At the end of the day, I'm just a really, really passionate trader. Spent 15 years in the army, and what have I done, guys? I've bought that trading psychology. Or that approach, guys, that approach of military discipline, what we do. Guys, if you've got any questions at all, guys, info@samurai-daytrading.com for anything technical. For everything else, guys, say hello at samurai-daytrading.com. Guys, young Sally is on that say hello email address. She's doing an absolutely phenomenal job. Guys, if you've got any questions at all, particularly about the upcoming Platinum program, guys, Platinum 2026 is our 6-day residential course in Bali. Guys, the dates are now locked in. We've got people now asking, Lockie, what do I do to reserve my spot? Guys, so we are very, very shortly going to do a Platinum launch webinar and just start talking about what that is. The reason being is, guys, we got contacted by one of the guys saying, Lockie, flights to Bali at the moment are really, really well priced. When's Platinum going on? Now, guys, every Thursday, guys, we do run, every Thursday, Matt, can you imagine that? Guys, every fourth Thursday, so the fourth, let me just push the laptop button in the background, then talk to you. As on the last calendar Thursday of every month, we run a free trader support webinar, guys, where we answer lots of questions from lots of people about what's going on in the world, what's going on in trading. If there's updates in the members area, guys, we take you through those updates. For those that are watching the members area, obviously it's being upgraded quickly, which is exciting. Just let me push this button here in the background. I've got to be very careful not to talk over the microphones in the other live trading room as I log in. So you guys have logged in today to the European, basically the European Open for the FDAX, as we do have a European Open for the NASDAQ and S&P 500, and that trading room is going very, very well. Marcus is actually running that today. So guys, what does it ultimately mean? Last Thursday of the month, it'll be Thursday the 28th. Guys, if you want to join, guys, please jump into the members area. All the links are in the members area, ready to rock and roll. If you're not, guys, if you're not a member, this is going out to those people on YouTube. If you are not a member of Samurai, there is a free membership available on the website. Literally just click on the website, become a free member. You can come along to the monthly client support meetings and we can get you up and racing. So guys, what to expect today? That's your chart format. We're going to be targeting the 4 strategies over there on the left-hand side, highlighted in red. As ultimately, we've been doing that since 2009. As much as there's been some little name changes, there's certainly been some indicator fine-tunes. Guys, we're basically doing what we've done since 2009 because it works really, really well. So we'll jump into the charts. Guys, we'll jump into the charts. We'll get this off and racing. Now, I've already been in here marking up the charts. Guys, so we will go firstly to the S&P 500. Guys, as a guide to what is going on in the world. All right, so let's go full screen on this one. So yesterday, guys, on the S&P 500, as you were briefed in the live trading room, we were talking about an absolutely beautiful, as I did say that we were going to be doing ratios today. Ratios. All right, you have an absolutely stunning ratio-based swing trigger long. Andre, how are you? Hope you're fantastic. MJ, hope you are fantastic. Now, what have we got, guys? We've got an absolutely stunning swing trigger long. We did speak about this yesterday for the S&P 500 and NASDAQ traders. That is the highest the S&P 500 has ever been. Guys, knowing how humans generally operate, they love round numbers. So the S&P 500 tonight, guys, we've got 2 high impact US red flag news announcements tonight, as they are highly likely to be stunningly positive. So anybody critical of what's going on in the US right now, as the economic figures are not negative, they are very, very positive. What does that ultimately mean? As we are highly likely at this point in time to head up to around about 7,500. The only thing that's standing in the way, guys, is actually a Fibonacci extension from a stair step in the market that most people will probably not be paying attention to. Now it's moved beyond the 233 extension. So if they are going to pay attention, guys, if they are going to pay attention, the S&P 500 is going to stall at this Fibonacci extension probably only for around about 60 minutes. And the stall point is 7491.25. So I'd suggest the stall will be around about three to four ticks below that. So I just say, righto, the stall's going to be at 7490. 7500, again, it's a round number. There'd be a lot of people out there in the world saying, hey, let's push it to 7,500. So guys, again, we're live on YouTube. What's the bet if the news is positive out of the US tonight? Guys, then absolutely fantastic. It's going to hit 7.5. 7.5 is enormous. That's an enormous level. I could share with you a screenshot. I'm not kidding. I could share with you a screenshot when we were trading the S&P 500 at 754. Right, it's currently at 7,400, 754, and people were saying the S&P will never reach 1,000. Then they were saying it'll never reach 2,000. And well, it's currently at 7.5, or just shy of 7,500. What does this mean, guys? What does this mean for us today? There is a very, very strong buying momentum in the market. So what it means is we have to be very, very careful about reversing the FDAX if the FDAX and the FESX decide to join the S&P 500 and really start to run. All right, so we've got that sorted. Let me just bring this down to speed. I'm just going to drop down to an S&P 60-minute chart, because the S&P 60-minute close is going to be quite important. All right, so bottom left-hand corner, guys, bottom left-hand corner. Now, first things first, guys, with the S&P 500, guys, did stall last night at the 100% daily extension. What does that mean? They think they're in a daily trade. Now, we know they are because it was a daily swing trigger long, guys, so there's no surprises there. Down to the weekly chart, guys, down to the weekly chart. Again, we were looking at really, really lovely negatives. Now we're starting to look at positives again. The first thing I do is mark in the stair step. So buyers own the stair step. These guys look like they're triggering, guys, a weekly swing trigger long. The problem is they're doing it 1 week late, guys. So at the moment we don't have any clear guidance. We don't have any super clear guidance on the FESX as to what direction they want to go. I think they're looking for guidance from the S&P. So at this stage, guys, we'll leave our monthly Fibonacci down to catch them on the way up. Our pink fib is up to catch them on the way down. Our daily fib is down to catch them on the way up. And at this point in time, we're waiting to see who basically charges on European Open. Guys, down to the FESX daily chart. Guys, we also spoke about this yesterday, being the potential for a daily swing trigger long. Guys, the only thing we were missing was the trend. Guys, at this point in time, we don't have the trend yet. All right, so if we do get buying, guys, on the FESX, all right, something really important to note, guys, buyers own the stair step. If we sell anywhere near 5,880, so 5,880, not that far away. If we sell anywhere near 5,880, that is going to be a potentially quite strong sell point. Now, as much as I say, look, the momentum in the market is clearly in favor of the buyers, guys, there's nothing wrong with Europe trying to buck that system and go the other way. So what we'll do is we'll mark this up. All right, so that is a strong 1440 sell. Okay, really important point. All right, strong 1440 sell. What does this mean, guys? Whenever we get a level like this, it's either if you come down and bounce off it, awesome. If you come down and close below it, equally awesome. We know how to interpret that when it occurs. All right, now on the 4-hour chart, guys, buyers own the stair step. Straight away, there is a Fibonacci extension here. We know the key numbers for the FESX. All right, so they're going from the bottom to the top, back to the bottom again. And what we want to do is we want to look at these key levels. Look at this. You're kidding. Straight to the 133, paused at the 150, gapped over the 150, is now tinkering here. As if the FESX was to get pushed back under the 150, we can try and target the 100 down here. All right, so again, we'll just set up parameters. To trade in both directions. We don't, because the beauty of the European Open is we can try and surmise what they're going to do. We can try and predict it. But at the end of the day, the best thing to do is just wait for them to tell us what they're doing. Okay, That's my 4-hour fib. We are going to need an additional fib here. We're going to need an additional 60-minute fib that's going to run from there to there. That could prove to be quite important. Now we do have a gap to close on the FESX down to the 15s. Let me just check if they're honouring that Fibonacci. Hello, hello Fibonacci. They're honouring it perfectly. So that, guys, that might be correct. Oh, these guys are getting ready to tank. Potentially. Let's just wait and see. That 88.6 Fibonacci, they're obviously shying away from that. Perfect. So that's our FESX. Guys, that's our FESX. We're going to have to, again, keep an eye on that today. Let's make the candles nice and fat. Guys, ultimately, guys, it's the FESX that gives us super permission. Guys, the Carlene, I'm just going to say, Carlene in the other trading room, guys, has just taken a 41 tick sell on the NASDAQ to the downside. All right, so for those that are not aware, we do run a NASDAQ trading room, guys, and the guys and girls in the NASDAQ trading room absolutely love the European Open. So I'm just going to write a note into their LTR, just saying well done. It's because 40 ticks on the NASDAQ, just so everyone knows, 40 ticks on the NASDAQ it means that they've already achieved their daily KPI and the session hasn't even started yet, which is so exciting. All right, now 2 FDAX. All right, 2 FDAX will go full screen. On the weekly chart, guys, not a great deal of intelligence we can gather here other than I'm not buying the buy yet. I'm thinking we're going to go down. Okay, now on our for Young Breezy, I'll put an arrow on the daily chart for you today, mate. So my blue fib is drawn down to catch them on the way up. Now, at the moment, guys, the buyer's on the stair step. So we're looking for selling-based reversals, and you've got 2 absolutely stunning selling-based reversals off these SBRs short. So it means, guys, if the buyers don't really hammer, so just remember this in maybe 20 minutes. If the buyers don't hammer to the high side today, we've got gaps to close to the downside. We've also got daily reversals short that they might choose to take advantage of. Now, the daily chart is setting up a swing trigger long, but we don't have the trend, which means there is no daily chart trade. That's why I'm thinking they're going to send them. I think they're going to send it back the other way. All right, now, again, Fibonacci, for the Fibonacci fans, my 4-hour fib is drawn down to catch them on the way up. I do have a Fibonacci extension running on the 4-hour chart, and these guys love, as proven 100 times, they love the 133 extension. So if we do buy up, guys, they're going to run into the 133, 141.4, okay? But that means they're going to go a long way. They're going to go a long way. So that's why we've got to be a little bit careful. If they don't get up there, guys, I think we're going to look for some pretty heavy reversals. We've got a key 60-minute level here, which is already marked for you. We've got a key 60-minute level there, which is already marked for you. This is a very strong 60-minute candle coming in here. All right, so normally we use the 60-minute candle as a barometer to the momentum in the market. Guys, if you look at the size of this, that is a very strong 60-minute candle. So we have to be, I do think I've told this to you a number of times, guys, we do have to be very careful. We do have to be very, very careful today that we don't take a reversal on the FDAX prematurely, particularly if we don't have permission from the FESX. Down to the 15. Well, on the 15, guys, they're just not looking back. Just boom, 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 the whole way up. All right, so we'll keep an eye on the 15. Guys, back down to the 5. Don't you love it when you get everything ready and then you've got to move everything around the screen to brief everybody? But that's all right. Wow, 24423. Okay, so Diane, how are you? Breezy, hope you're amazing. So guys, 24423, which is only just above us now. When I started doing this preparation a while ago, I was like, there's no way we're getting up there. Guys, that is a very strong swing trigger long. Very strong swing trigger. Oh, 100%. So 100%. So if we get anywhere near 24423, I was anywhere near that level. Let's make sure it's there. Okay, and just below that, I was just below that. Okay, so again, bring this back up as we build. That is a very, very key 60-minute high. All right, so what does it ultimately mean, guys? If they burst up there to start and then they fail, absolutely brilliant. What I would suggest they do is they're probably going to hunt the R2 first, allowing us to potentially pick up an R2 reversal. What we will have to be aware of is if they do get up around the R2, all right, if they do get up around the R2, hold on, aircraft flying past at very low altitude. I don't know if you can hear that. Guys, can you hear that? Dong, 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 dong. Literally, I don't know if you can hear it. All the microphones are set up for noise cancelling. No, you can't. Okay, great. Very, very loud aircraft just went past. Okay, very good. That's what happens when you live on the top of a mountain next to a very large marine base. So guys, what have we got? ES volume is 60,000. Let me just double check that, but I'm pretty certain. So 66,000, we're climbing quite nicely, guys. So that's going to end up being around about the 70,000 mark. It's very, very similar. It's very, very similar to yesterday and the day before. It ultimately means we're in some pretty good volatility. Guys, this is the R1 hiding behind here, but more importantly, guys, for the pure price movement traders, it is also a very, very key 60-minute high. What does that mean? If we sell underneath that, it's a sign of what they want to do. If we stay over it, it's also a sign of what we want to do. Guys, we must keep an eye on, as we've got the previous weekly close here, which will be known to a lot of traders, probably only the professional traders, because a lot of the unprofessional traders would probably not know to look for it. Guys, that's why we refer to it. We refer to that as a soft pivot, but we're going to have to watch the soft pivot as well. I've got a Fibonacci extension, guys, drawn on, guys, for the 133 Fib extension reversal on open. That is clearly expired, so we can grab our extension and bring it down here, make it a 15-minute extension. The reason we would do that as a 15-minute style extension or the stair step that runs over the gap, as we've done, is that we're looking at where is the 133 from the larger pattern. And I note with interest, the 133 is now sitting right near this key 60-minute high, guys, and right near this very, very strong swing trigger long. So if we do push up, guys, guys, we're just going to watch the opening candle very carefully, guys. We'll do the 4-point algorithm. We'll do the 4-point algorithm we do every day. We know about that. Okay, as I got ready, guys, I said I'm expecting a large gap up because there's lots of buying on the S&P 500. And guys, if we do sell down and close the gap, I don't think it's going to be for very long because there is an exceptionally strong 4-hour long sitting just here. So we have opened, guys, we've opened in a very, very strong long on the 4-hour chart. All right, let me just check the FESX. It simply means, guys, today, just like yesterday, we did very well yesterday, guys. We've got to watch our P's and Q's. Have I got Blaz? Is Blaz with us today? So what I'm going to do today, guys, got 60 seconds. Hi, mate. How are you? So, guys, what we're doing is I will identify the static entries versus the dynamic entries. As the static entries are for those people that want to run at well over a 90% strike rate, well over 90%. Those people that don't like losing trades, or those people that are brand new to trading that want to make sure that they're getting on the right side of the market, guys, a lot more than the wrong side of the market. All right, so we'll clean up our screens, guys. 30 seconds till the gun goes. Tons of time, guys. There's no rush. Don't rush into trades. Just check you've got all of your. Let's check that you've got all of your software in the right spot. You've got your copy traders in the right spot. You've got the right accounts loaded, right ATMs loaded. I've got an eye on the S&P, guys, and it looks like it wants to sell down. So let's see what these guys do. All right. So at this stage. Right, so opening candle is rolling through. The sellers have stolen the stair step. The buyers are about to steal it again. Right, so whoopsie. Guys, at this stage, guys, the buyers have clearly stolen the stair step. Holy moly. User error today. Deary me. All right. So we're going straight for, guys, we're going straight for those key market levels to the high side. I'd suggest at this stage, guys, the safer trade, for those that want to trade the opening candle, the safer trade, again, is an R2 reversal. Now, again, if you want to trade an R2 reversal, guys, you would be waiting another 8 seconds. You would be looking to enter the market short at 435. Now, that is only if you trade, guys, opening candle on the FDAX. Guys, only if you trade the opening candle. Your short is at 435. Your first target is at 430. You're already through, guys. You're already through your first target. So if that is your trading style, guys, if that is your trading style, then you're basically reversing off the R2. All right. Now at this stage, only if you are an opening candle trader, guys, would you be in a trade. For everybody else, you don't trade the opening candle as a new trader, please. Okay, checking. All right. So those short guys off the R2 at 435, guys, you've gone well beyond. Well done, mate. Well done. You've gone well beyond your first targets. Guys, if we get another push up, we're looking for another sell. Let's just watch very carefully. I'd suggest at this point in time, guys, we would want the FDAX to go again higher than where it did last time, or at least give us a double top. The ideal entry is once we get the buyers coming in well above 435 is an entry at 435. Now, for those that don't trade the opening candle, guys, if that is not your trading style, please be advised you're not missing out on anything, because again, if these guys fail at the R2, we're looking at some pretty wholesale reversals to the downside. Okay, very, very wholesale reversals. Now, if that daily swing trigger long doesn't hold, guys, then those short trades are going to look pretty good. Guys, if we get a Delta V2 short now, anybody that is short at 435, as if we get those sellers coming in, the Delta sellers coming in, we're probably going to see this move a little bit further. All right, now at this stage, guys, we're approaching the last 90 seconds. FESX has already moved. Guys, FESX has already moved to the 50 fib of the day. It looks like, guys, that R2 is going to hold. This key 60-minute level is also going to hold. Anybody short at 435, guys, if you're short at 435, you're going to try and hold this, guys, for at least 25 points, please. So 25 points looks like this, right? So you'd want to trade it down to at least the bottom of that box. That's a very, very lovely trade. So for those that are not short yet, we're looking for a climactic reversal. All right, what we need is we need this candle to close as it is. We then need the buyers to move up, clearly show their colors, fail badly, and then we're looking for a short. Now, if you are short, guys, from 435 for the slightly more advanced traders, that box is a 25-point box. As per volatility, we should go straight through a 25-point target. All right, so we should go through a 25-point target. Let's just keep a very close eye on what the bigger markets are doing. So the S&P 500, guys, has just peeled down to yesterday's high and looks like it's failing. So we are going to see some buyers potentially. So this is where I move, guys, pretty much straight to the FESX and basically say, what are you guys doing? All right, anyone short has just gone through that 25-point target. So if you are short, guys, at 435, well done. Some of you have already taken the trade and are already bopping along. For everybody else, guys, what we're looking for is, again, a climactic reversal. All right, we do need the buyers to push up. Guys, we do need the buyers to push up and fail. The entry we're targeting, guys, is actually 410. Now, I don't want these guys just to melt down without us. So FESX is definitely short. So we do need the buyers, guys. We do need the buyers to push in. If we're going to get a really great little trade here, we need the buyers to push in. Guys, we want to see them push in and get absolutely walloped. Guys, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the buyers to push in and just get demolished. Now, it would be really lovely if the demolishing occurs at this Fibonacci or that Fibonacci there. So at either one of those Fibonaccis, we want them to push up really hard. Guys, we want them to push up really hard and they get absolutely annihilated is what we're looking for. It's absolutely annihilated. So there's the first little push. I'm just watching to see how they handle the movement, guys. I'm watching to see how they handle the movement. Anybody that's short, guys, outside the range of the active candle, please. So anybody that's short outside the range at 410, your first target and risk control point, guys, is 405. So it's a very, very tight risk control point. Now I've taken that trade myself, guys, at 410 after we pushed up to the Fibonacci and failed. I went short with a 5 and a 25, and I've been taken out at 5 only. So until we know, guys, until the OSR is set and we know what these guys are doing, well done, mate. Yeah, until we know what these guys are doing, guys, which they have not declared their cards yet, we have to act carefully. So the buyers show again, guys, it's going to reload the short again at 410 for a 405 first target and risk control point. Now, I've already taken that trade, guys. I'm just double checking. It's copied across all 5 accounts. So what I personally need to take the same trade again is I need the buyers to push up, ideally double top or even higher high, get smashed again, and I'm looking for the same trade. All right, so I'm just trying to be very transparent, guys, with what I'm doing. Now, I'm only sitting at 192 US, guys, 192 US per account. We're just waiting to see what we get. Okay, so good. Here come the buyers. Oh, so what I need, guys, what I need for another trade is ideally I want the buyers to push up again, try and create a higher high, fail again. Then we're looking for a short at 410. The 50 fib of the micro trend is here. Guys, that's why we're using a 5-point first target. Okay, now ideally for those that are looking for a static trade, static trade, guys, what we're looking for is a really lovely ratio drop now. So we're looking for a really lovely ratio drop. Ideally, mate, we're then looking for a higher high, and we're going to be entering outside the range of this SBR at exactly 411, looking for a static trade. Guys, now that we've got to wait for this candle to close. Guys, we do want the buyers to do this. Dan G, that's why we have a touch 5 ATM. Guys, otherwise we would now be in the hurt locker on this trade. It's exactly SBR long could do. And Andy, the beauty of that is if we do get buying, then the FESX is going to be pushing back into the 50 fib of the day with a gap to close down, and the FDAX may be eyeing off a double failure reversal at the R2. All right, so again, this is going to go a number of different ways. Let's just wait to see. The buyers are getting demolished, guys, on the FESX. So we are looking for shorts on the FDAX, guys. We are looking for shorts on the FDAX. Just be aware, guys, the 50 fib of the micro trend is at this candle, that candle low right there. So again, a trade outside the range of the SBR, guys, is straight into the 50 fib of the micro trend, which we are not allowed to do. What we are looking for, guys, is a ratio drop, which we are getting. We need the buyers to show on the next candle, and we're looking at a body-based reversal short at 4411. To be super clear with everybody. If we get a higher high, guys, on the next candle, if we do get a higher high, they might be doing this to us. If we do get a higher high, this is brilliant. If the buyers push up, guys, for those that trade Fibonacci, you guys are looking to go short 1 point underneath the current candle at 421, and you're trading a 76 Fibonacci reversal. So if you're a Fibonacci trader, guys, there is a Fibonacci reversal setting up here. Okay, now for those that are absolute sticklers for rules, you are looking for a higher high. Guys, looking for a higher high. We are very close to getting that higher high now. Now, if you are, that's a perfect rejection. If you are a Fibonacci reversal trader, your entry is at 421. Your entry is at 421. Your risk control point is 5 points into that trade. Right, so this is for those people that trade a ratio drop in the market. It is a Fibonacci reversal, guys. It is not a pivot-based reversal. Now, if you are short at 421, guys, your first target is 416. You're tickling that target now. So if you've gone short, guys, at 421, your first target is 416. It's just gone and kissed your target, guys, and that may have triggered your risk control. Guys, if we buy again, so if you see a really nice buying campaign that gets absolutely slammed, we can try and take the same trade again, this time 1 point higher at 422. So here come the buyers again. All right, now we have a higher high. As the entry on the Fibonacci trade can come higher to 424. So if you are going to enter short, guys, at 424, all right, you've got a risk control point of 19. All right, so if you are short at 424, as you're on your first target and risk control point now, so the moment we get a higher high, we can enter tighter underneath those Fibonacci's. If you are a Fibonacci-based trader, you're short at 424, your first target is 419. As you're going to go through that target any second. You've just gone through the target. That's perfect. FTAX is listening. If you guys are on this, if you're on this, on that Fibonacci reversal, guys, and again, if these sellers start moving, I want you to extend your second target out. Guys, that Delta V3 is in a stunning location. So if you are a Delta trader, you're looking for a short at 413. The Fibonacci traders are already short at 424. The Delta traders have got a trade setting up at 413. We don't want to enter the Delta, guys, in the last 90 seconds of the candle. So any Fibonacci traders, you've got your higher high, allowing for an entry very, very tight at 424. If you're still short outside the range of the candle, guys, at 421, you've now gone through your profit target and risk control. If we trigger that Delta, anyone that's holding for longer range targets is probably going to go a lot further, right? If we can't trigger it, we're going to end up with a static entry for the static entry traders. I hope everyone's got this. Have I got any Fibonacci traders, guys, that are short at 424? Anybody that's gone short for a 5-point first target? If you have, guys, awesome. We're about to establish our OSR. Guys, once the OSR is established, Josh, nice work. Once we establish the OSR, guys, higher high, SBR, Delta. All right, here we go. 121. Guys, 121. Keep an eye on the FESX. No new trades, please. No new trades. Volatility is reducing. Guys, volatility is reducing. So if you're sniping this for 5s or 5s and 10s, I know Breezy likes a higher high and a ratio drop. Guys, if you are sniping this for 5s and 10s, then you're in the right place, guys, at this stage. You are in the right place. Stunning ratio drop coming. It's absolutely stunning. So just chill. Just chill. I know it's tempting to push the button and do what you do. So guys, what we're looking for, the OSR will be set in 40 seconds. So again, if we get a higher high on the next candle, guys, some of you will be looking for an R2 double failure reversal short. If you're going to take that, you're looking for very long range targets. No question about that. For those that love static entries, if we do get a higher high, we're going to enter under the body of the candle, which is currently being decided. Your backup trade is the Delta V3. That is going to be a static entry when this candle closes. And now we wait, guys. So what I want the buyers to move up first. Would be preferable, guys. I would love to see some green. Okay. Love to see some green. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. All right, this is good. This is really good. So, We are setting up, guys, a Fibonacci reversal at 424 short. Right? It's the same Fibonacci again. This is exactly what we want to occur, guys. We want the buyers to move in and get absolutely annihilated. Now, be very careful, guys, at the R2, please. The first entry point for an R2 double failure reversal, guys, is at 435. So you're going to be pulling your order well away from the R2, guys. You don't want to get caught in a fight at the R2. So for those that are pivot-based reversals, guys, if you trade a double failure reversal, just be aware this is not a static entry. It is a dynamic entry. Guys, you are looking for an entry at 435. The higher these guys push up, guys, the more they fail, the more fun this reversal will get, even if they push up like this. Right, now it would be really awesome if they blow their volume up. Nice, well done, Josh, on your ATM. I know it looked like it was going to run a long way, guys. That's why we use ATMs. FESX, guys, is swinging long off yesterday's high from a pivot into the 50 fib of the day. So we're still okay with a short on FDAX. So again, 435 is the highest I would personally go, with the intent of my risk control point being 430. This is only for those people that trade dynamic trades, and this is only for those people that trade double failure reversals. For the static traders, we are still waiting for a static trade in the session that we're allowed to trade. I'm thinking, guys, if these buyers don't absolutely annihilate the sellers, then the short at 435 is looking pretty good. Are you guys going to go look at the volume, guys? The volume on this candle is woeful. Now that says to me that no one is interested in buying through the R2. Right? Now that says to me that if these sellers is now only for those people that trade double failure reversals dynamically off a pivot, your entries at 435. Blas, you've never been so patient. My plan is, mate, my plan is to make everybody very patient, guys. I was chatting to MC Michael in Koh Samui today, and he said, mate, I cannot believe how simple trading is if you just wait for the market to tell you what to do. Now, guys, 435 is an entry for those people that trade double failure reversals off pivots, right? You've just been engaged in the 435 short. Your risk control point is 430. All right, so your risk control point is 430. I would suggest your first target, guys, is 430. That's going to get nailed. You're on your first target now. Okay, so you've literally gone through your first target. FESX agrees with our short. So again, if you're waiting for the candle to close, you want the candle to look like that. You then want the next candle to push up a little bit, get stuck at the R2, and we're going to target the same thing again. Jiz, well done. We're going to target the same level, guys, 435. Just watching like a hawk as to what this does. So we're in the last 90 seconds, guys. So no new trades on at 435, please. So no new trades. That trade, guys, only went 5 points towards our first target, which is 5 points, and controlled your risk. So double failure reversal traders who want this candle to fail and then the next candle fail as well, that candle needs to close under the R2. The next candle can't gap over the R2. All right, so you see the difference between a static versus a dynamic trader. Guys, the static traders are sitting back saying, I'm going to let the market do all of the work for me, and only when it's stunning will I take a trade. Okay, let's watch. So guys, the FDAX, it can gap under the R2. That's fine if it stays over the R2. We can't actually take a trade short. Right, perfect. Right, so we can't take a trade short. It is in fact an efficient CORPC bar long. Right, so what does that mean? That means that if the sellers retrace back down, guys, hit the R2, and then don't bolt to the downside, there's actually a valid long over the top of the candle with an entry at 452. Now, to take that trade, as you're looking at around 25 points worth of risk, I say 25 points worth of risk, I would suggest, let me just double check, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's actually 30 points. It's going to be slightly over our risk profile. So the only way you can go long, and it's going to be a really lovely long, it's got a 6 strength rating. The only way you can do that is if these sellers sell in like they're doing now, the buyers come back through and basically turn the candle green and then break outside the range of the next candle and run. Now, if they do that, absolutely brilliant. But if the buyers can't do that, we are therefore looking at wholesale sells. This might be, again, three minutes to go. This might be the first close back inside the OSR. MJ, you got a slippage on the R2. So did you take it on the other candle? Did you? Yeah. So you must have taken it on the other candle. Okay. Yep. Cool. So what we're looking for, guys, at this stage, the only way we can go long is these sellers now turn around and get absolutely annihilated. Now, if they can't do that, it's sending a very wild message to every trader in the world. The buyers had a chance to hold above the OSR and they failed. Now, because we have a higher high, there is going to be a static bar reversal short body entry, 1 point underneath that candle, guys, at 421. Now, if we start triggering those, guys, I want the experienced traders to try and hold the trade as long as they can. For all the junior traders, don't run without us, please. For the junior traders, a senior trader, guys, can put the order on. So someone that is happy with the risk, guys, you can put the order on at 421, right? You're going to try and hold that trade. So 421, you're going to try and hold the trade for 15 minutes, please. So 15 minutes as a minimum. Breezy short under the R2. So run, baby, run. Well done, Breezy. For those that are not short yet, guys, again, static entries, we're waiting for the current candle to close. We're then looking for the buyers to move up on the next candle, fail, and then we're looking for shorts. Guys, my backup short for the experienced traders, guys, is 421. Right now, you guys, if you're going to go short at 421, you're going to try and hold the trade. Guys, for a minimum of 15 minutes, please. But also don't modify. As I say that, please don't modify your risk to reward. Like, again, we cut our risk off at 5 points. We let the rest run. If the market is being friendly, we get lots of big fat runners. If it's not being friendly, we still make money. I think it's really important. As the sellers are demolishing the buyers on lower volume, demolishing the buyers. FESX is moving down to a very, very strong daily sell point. So Breezy, you are currently short. Mate, we're going to try and hold your short for 15 minutes, please. So what I do, Breezy, personally, I'd have an early first target, 15 to 20. That's out now. Control your risk, and we'll see if we can get this to run. Run, you good thing. Run. Now, depending on what stop you hold, if you went short under the R2, guys, with a 25-point stop, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, that's gone nowhere near a 25-point stop. Right? So if you are short under the R2, 5, 10, 15, yeah, even with a 20-point stop, it's gone okay. So what we're going to get, guys, we're going to get a close here on the FDAX, which is good. We're going to get an FESX close as well. For the junior traders, guys, I'll leave that for a moment. For the junior traders, close where it is. All right, I want the candle to close. It can close a little bit higher, that's fine. Now, what would be immaculate for a short? So Blas, this is a static entry. Okay. It's all going to end the same. Okay. Dynamic entry traders, 1 point underneath the current candle as an 88.6 Fibonacci reversal. Okay, well done, mate. Now, mate, if we get back above your entry point, if the buyers push up well above the R2, guys, and get absolutely hammered, that R2 reversal at 435 is back on again. So that would be an early first target, long range second target, please. Okay, just let them come, guys. This is why we want them to show, and then we want them to categorically fail. So what have we got, guys? 76 Fibonacci on the turning bar. So again, guys, for the pivot-based reversal traders, guys, a 435 entry is back on again. So you're waiting for these buyers to move up. You're waiting for them to get slammed. I don't have a swing trigger long. Guys, I can't go long, not allowed to. FESX has given us a very, very strong selling candle down into their pre-bottom. So we actually have two markets that disagree with each other, guys, but the sellers are winning on the FESX. So if you're going to go short again, guys, at 435, your first target and risk control point is 430, please. Now, this is only, guys, for those people that trade R2 based reversals. For the static traders, your entry is all the way down here. So at the moment, we have to wait for the static traders to get you a better entry. The R2 traders, you're looking for the buyers to push up, fail at the Fibonacci, then get rejected. 60 minutes, 447, 447, 447. Thank you, mate. I'll go and have a look at that. Okay, let me just watch what they're doing. All right, now those that are looking for a higher high, if you're looking for a higher high, we don't have that yet. For the static entry traders, you don't have an entry yet. So Blas, you're probably realizing as a static trader, you are literally waiting for every duck to line up before you take a shot. Now, guys, you see these two big buying campaigns now are being addressed by the sellers. So if you needed to be a little bit careful, guys, you're short at 435. Your risk control point is 430. These guys might burn out towards the end of the candle. Guys, I wouldn't change my strategy or my approach. That's 3 buying campaigns that the sellers are now addressing. Let's see what they can come up with. For those that enter outside the range of candles, guys, you have not been picked up on a trade. Right, you have not been picked up. And for the static traders, we've got nothing for you guys to enter at the moment, which is really painful for the static traders because they're watching all this market bouncing up and down going, you've got to be kidding. Why can't I get a trade? Simply because your strategy doesn't allow you. Now, Blas, at this point in time, guys, I'm just targeting Blas for static entries. If this candle, guys, if this current candle on FDAX closes underneath the R2 and we get a really, really nice drop in ratio, then finally the static traders are looking for an entry. We need to be under the R2. We can close over the R2, but gap under the R2, no problem with that at all. If they close above the R2 and stay above the R2, I can't put the static traders into a trade. Watching the FESX, it's pushed down to its lower OSR. All right, so it's pushed down, very strong selling candle. So very, very strong selling candle. They're basically building off their pre-bottom. It's back towards yesterday's high. So we'll have to keep an eye on, guys. Again, it's 35 seconds away. We want the FESX to be underneath yesterday's high. So we want this candle to get pushed back down here a little bit. Otherwise, the FESX is going to be above the R2 and I can't give any static traders a trade. Now, a lot happens in 13 seconds. So we're just watching what they do. I'm just going to jump on that 60-minute fib. If we close above the R2, if we do close above the R2 on FDAX, I can't send anybody short. Can't send the pivot traders short. Right, so they've done that. I can't send anybody short at this point in time. Now we're basically just waiting to see what the FESX does. Now, the FESX has given us an inefficient candle to the high side that's closed on a pivot, and then they've gapped onto a pivot. That means we can't really interpret what the FESX is doing at all, guys. So again, can I send you long, guys? I can't send you long because the leading candle, that green candle that we've just had on the this one, guys, I can't send you long. That's not an efficient candle. I can't send you long. I can't send you short because of the R2. So now we're basically waiting. There'll be two scenarios, guys, two scenarios. Scenario number one is this little candle closes, guys, as a red candle underneath the R2 in 4 minutes time, and then all of the static traders are looking for a trade. Again, I'm going to go and measure. Scenario number two, guys, we close on the other side of the R2. There's two scenarios. At the moment, guys, the buyers are not impressing anybody anywhere. All right, so at the moment, the buyers are not impressing anybody anywhere. I'd be very surprised, guys. This is an inefficient buying candle. I'd be very surprised if buyers are dumb enough to buy off the top of that candle. That means the sellers are going to see the inefficiency in the market and say, hey, I think we should sell you down. So there's a benefit, guys, in efficiency. There's also a benefit in inefficiency. These buyers are inefficient, which means the sellers are going to romp them. All right, so what does it mean? Anybody that is still short at 435, if you are still short at 435, guys, because you got in the second time, you've just gone through your first target and risk control point of 430. Okay, now let me just check that fib. Very much appreciate the comment on the fib. Wow, this is all over the shop. Okay, there is going to be a fib that runs probably from here, probably from there, which looks pretty good. All right, Toby, well done. Was that Toby? I think that was Toby. Okay, so at this stage, what have we got? We're now waiting for the candle to close. Can't do anything with that Fibonacci. I can't send you short. Nice. Can't do anything with that Fibonacci. Now, interesting point, guys. If you did get in on the previous candle and they traded against you for about 7 minutes, they're probably now going to run in your favor for around about 7 minutes. However, if I was in the trade at 435 and they move down and they trigger my ATM, there's no way I'd be going, right, well, I'm going to get even with you, because at the moment, these traders are on the wrong side of the R2. So if you did go short at 435, guys, then you had a nail-biting experience for 7 minutes. If they've just come down and triggered your ATM, that's exactly what the ATM is for. Diane, exactly right. Now, FESX, guys, is now deciding what it's going to do with a pivot. All right, let me take on some water. Guys, I don't know about, does anyone else live in a humid environment? Michael, MC, mate, you got +5 in an ATM. Well done. Suzanne +5 +2. Well done. Good. So guys, I'm going to flag that. I'm going to flag that as a trade that we called in the LTR. Okay. I only ever flag it once, even though it's gone to profit twice. Guys, the reason I do that is I want to make sure that anything we flag, I'm actually underquoting what we do, not overquoting what we do, which is really important. You never get in trouble for underquoting your performance. you can get in trouble for overquoting your performance. No, guys, not that we answer to anyone other than the court of public opinion, but the court of public opinion, again, just the moral of the story is always do the right thing. It's amazing how many people get upset at you when you just do the right thing. It's actually quite fascinating. I think they call it tall poppy syndrome. I think that's what they call it. So we are 36 seconds out, guys, 36 seconds out. If this is a 4-point turning bar short, guys, if it is a 4-point turning bar short, what I would love to see is these buyers on the FESX get absolutely drilled towards the end of the candle. Guys, if you're watching the FDAX going, Lockie, what is wrong today? Guys, we've got the FDAX stepping up, we've got the FESX stepping down. So we still don't have that unity between the markets. We had perfect unity yesterday, guys. That's why it was so easy to trade. Today, we don't have that unity. All right, now, FESX is gapped up, FDAX is gapped down. That'll give you an idea of the disconnect in the market today. What I need, guys, to give you a very, very high probability trade, I need the buyers to push up again on the FDAX and fail. Guys, now this looks like it's trying to run without us. Please don't be romanced by that, guys, because at this point in time, the buyers must show the FESX does not agree and the FDAX is lost, guys, completely lost. So what we want, guys, is I want to see a higher high, or I want to see the buyers push up and get absolutely annihilated. The rules say a higher high allows a body entry underneath the SBR at 431. That's what the rules say. That's the only thing I can offer you guys. If you're being a little bit cheeky for an R2 reversal, all right, you're looking for a higher high. The R2 reversal is going to go back on again at 435. This will be the fourth crack at an R2 reversal. Guys, now what we want is we want these guys to push up and we want them to get annihilated. Now, I hope you guys don't mind the structure by which the LTR is being run. Guys, because what I'm trying to do right across the trading group, guys, even for the professional traders on the S&P 500 Open, holy moly, did they have a blinder last night? Guys, a blinder. Does anyone remember the S&P 500 trading plan I wrote in 2009? If you guys can remember back that far, that trading plan from 2009 was a dream to watch last night. Just amazing. So while my wife is getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, guys, to trade the US close, I'm staying for the US Open. And then, as you guys know why, we're developing a trading team specifically for the US Open for professional trading. And holy moly, last night it was such a pleasure to watch. Now, we have got buyers failing everywhere. Yes, mate, spot on the mark. So we are looking at an R2 reversal, guys, with a higher high. Reality is we can sneak under the SBR body is at 436. So if you are if you are an SBR trader, you wait for the higher high, as we can enter under the body of the SBR at 436. Now, again, we don't want to enter in the last 90 seconds. So these sellers have to be very impressive in the next 35 seconds. If you want to be careful, guys, you're going to wait for the candle to close under the R2, and then you're going to look for your trade entry. For those that are a little bit more aggressive, it's a 436 entry, 431 first target and risk control point. Okay, so at this stage, guys, it looks like we're picking up a higher high SBR reversal off the R2. Volatility is dropping, guys, which means it's even more important to have a risk control point. For those that are waiting for the close of the candle, guys, you are looking for the candle to close under the R2. Guys, that's going to give us a brand new static bar reversal short. Guys, if we get a brand new SBR short, my preferred entry for the new traders is the SBR itself. Just watch what these guys are doing. All right, so we keep a very close eye on risk, guys. We've also got 3 candles closing inside the range of the previous candle, which means these guys are waiting for a news announcement. New traders, we're not going to put you in a trade in the last 90 seconds. That's why your indicator in the top right-hand corner, guys, the outside of the box turns red in the last 90 seconds. As I've spoken to Tim about making the outside of that box even fatter. Yep, mate, we are setting up a quite a powerful reversal. We must be under the R2 for the static entry traders. We must be under the R2. So Blas, you're not allowed to enter in the last 90 seconds of a candle, and you're not allowed to assume closes over pivots, and you're not allowed to assume a close over the 50 fib of the micro trend. Now, at this stage, guys, we're on the wrong side of the R2 to send you short. So I can't send you short. Those who are waiting for the candle to close, I can't send you short. the FESX has given us a complete non-event candle. Complete non-event candle. So these guys are going back to the 50 fib of the day. Right, so what we've got, guys, a scenario, I can't give you a new trade. So I can't give you a new trade, not possible. At this stage, we're going to have to wait 4 minutes and 20 seconds for the new trade. What would be incredible after 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes worth of buying. What would be incredible is a 4-point turning bar short, which brings on 35 minutes worth of selling. Now, at this stage, I can't give you a new trade. 15-minute chart, are you going to set up a static bar reversal? Yes, you are. Okay, so guys, again, the 15-minute chart at this stage, if we were wanting to trade a 15-minute chart entry, as the 15-minute chart has got to close under the R2, right? At this stage, we can't trade a 15-minute chart, but this looks a lot like, those buyers have completely run out of steam, and they've done it, guys, at the 4-hour 133 fib extension, which means that the traders globally think they're in a 4-hour move. And we spoke at the start of the day, guys, about these guys thinking they're in a 4-hour move. And again, we drew that Fibonacci up. And so all we're doing, guys, is we're now waiting for double efficient long candles that are CORPC on both markets simultaneously, or we're looking for double reversals short. Right now, I can't put you in. I'm just looking in the background. I can't put you in either direction. Yeah, so MJ, back to what we were talking about before with the S&P, mate, guys, I'm quite open about this. I am building a professional trading team in Bali. So building a professional trading team in Bali, the whole idea is they sit together at nighttime in Bali and trade. And they trade on behalf of the company, and they do a very good job. You can obviously log in from anywhere in the world that you want to. But that trading team is to trade for the company. So they're trading for the company. They are professional paid traders that trade for the company. They get paid quite well for what they do. There's no question. We're just building that team at the moment. Right, we're building the team. Again, we will build the team. We'll give them a really good structure around what they do. They've got a very good profit share, guys, and their goal is to trade the US Open every night as per the Malaysian trading plan and do a really good job. That's what they get paid for. They get paid to do a really good job. And I am very excited about that capability starting, because I've been told a million times, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, not possible. So no, it's possible. You just got to get the right people, guys, the right people at the right time to love what you do. That's all you've got to do. Okay, now I put a Fibonacci, guys. I put a Fibonacci on the micro trend because I need, if we're going to pick up a sell signal, I need the sellers, guys, to close below the 50 fib of the micro trend. Right there, I need the sellers to close underneath the R2. So there's now 2 conditions to going short, which are just not negotiable. Not negotiable. This 15-minute chart close is going to be very important. As you can see, they're sniffing the R2. The buyers are defending the R2. The sellers are trying to get back under the R2. The FESX, what are we doing here? Yeah, last 15 minutes, mate. So the only thing we can trade is a pivot-based reversal. What does that mean? If we do close under the R2 or we gap under the R2, a lot can happen, guys, in 19 seconds. If we do gap under, close under, we are looking to go short. Guys, we must be below the 50 fib of the micro trend. Top arrow, we must be below the R2. We must be below the R2. All right, this is a static entry short. Guys, if we push up, guys, we can look for an entry short underneath the current candle, guys, at 436. If you're going to go short at 436, guys, you must have a 5-point. You must have a 5-point risk control. And ideally, you would look for a longer range target. All right, so again, let the buyers push up. This is the only trade we're allowed to take as in the last 15 minutes. We've got a ratio drop. We don't have a higher high, so we must enter outside the range of the candle. The range of the candle is 100% 436. So again, if you are a ratio-based trader, the short is at 436. It's not above 436, please. So the short is at 436 only. It's a 5-point risk control. Volume is okay. Volatility is reducing. And guys, if you look at the candles, we've basically got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 candles that have closed inside the range of the previous candle. Guys, that means the market is channeling, and that means they're waiting for a news announcement. Now, we don't know what that news announcement is. Guys, now it is a German bank holiday today, so maybe they're just like, yeah, we've had our move and we're done. The mathematics, guys, the trade at 436 is 100% valid as a static ratio-based trade off a pivot. What we're looking for is we're looking for the buyers to push up, fail badly, and then enter at 436 with a 5-point first target. Now, at the moment, guys, the orders at 436 have not been filled yet. Now, if we keep on, guys, if the candles keep closing inside the range of the previous candle, right, and if you're looking at this going, Lockie, why are they doing this? It's simply because, guys, they're waiting for news, right? They're waiting for something. So basically the opening sortie, which again, some of you traded really well, the opening sortie was basically probably just speculation driven. Now they're waiting for news. Now the trade is 100% valid at 436. Guys, if you're going to go short at 436, right, you have a 431 first target and risk control point. Okay, FESX agrees. DAX agrees. Last 15 minutes, guys, it'll take a little while to burn out. Right, it should take a little while to burn out. We need 100% risk control, 100% Fibonacci to know our risk control point. All right, so traditionally, guys, our risk control point is here. That means we're going to have to push it beyond its normal risk control point to get to the first target. That is not uncommon when we get a deep retrace. Right, that is not uncommon. At this stage, we're off a pivot. The FESX agrees. Guys, your shorts at 436. Your first target, guys, is 431. 431. Now, volatility is at 17, guys. You might consider bringing your first target to 4 points versus 5. Right, so you might consider with a lower volatility, guys, bringing your first target to 4 points, not 5. FTXM 5-minute candle close in 60 seconds. 37, 36. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye, guys. We're going to keep an eye on 432. Let's keep an eye on it. So the buyers pushed in, guys, got throttled. The buyers are pushing in again. We would want them to get throttled again. No, we want them to get throttled again. So here comes the second throttling. Right, so here comes the second throttling. We want the second push, guys, by the sellers to go well beyond the first one. Go on, Sweet Pea. Go on, sweetie. Go on. I can see some people biting fingernails off at this stage. So, guys, you want these guys to move through 432 relatively quickly. That's the second selling campaign. Okay, we've got a gap down, guys, which is massively good news. So please, the sellers will probably, this looks a little bit news-ish. Guys, looks a little bit news-ish. If the buyers push in like that, guys, that's okay. What they've ultimately done is they've given us, again, a gap down. So we've got a gap down on the FDAX. Right, so they're basically gapped in our favor, which is effectively saying there is an overwhelming supply of sellers coming back into the market. Now we don't really want the buyers to go much higher. Happy for them to go up there, but we want them to get drilled. Again, we're in the last 15 minutes. It's probably going to take at least 2 or 3 drillings. So what I would be doing, guys, we had to do this with one of our trades last week. If the sellers sell back down to our black line, guys, of 433, if they sell back down to there and you don't see them break through that line, then we're going to reduce the risk on the trade. Now, I'm just watching what these guys are doing. We're very, very strong on the FESX. Andrew, you got out at 4 and 5. Okay, well done. Right, well done. Depending on where your entry, guys, depending on where your entry is. We don't want these buyers to come back through much more. They're happy. They're basically doing exploration as to where the sellers are, but we don't want them to go much higher. Okay, mate. Okay, so at this stage, guys, the volume on the FDAX is very, very low on this current candle. It's only 44 contracts. What that ultimately means is a ton of traders have stepped away from the market because they don't know what's going to occur in the last 15 minutes. Right? So you see the volume has vanished out of the market. It does mean the market can get pushed around a little bit, like it's currently being pushed around. So what does it mean, guys? What does it mean? If you are still short, which a number of you are still short, guys, we're not going to move the stop. Okay, we may actually end up with a negative trade here, guys. If we do, that is not particularly good. That's not particularly good. Did what we do, I'm just having a look, guys. What we did is 100% valid. It's 100% valid. What we may have got is caught on a news announcement. Guys, we're still in the trade, but only just. All right, we're still in the trade, but only just. Again, if the stop strategy holds, if the trading strategy holds, then these sellers should ideally come back into the market. All right, now let me have a look. Buyers on the stair step. Oh, we've got 2 minutes. So typically what would occur, guys, on DAX is the buyers, again, they've done this on very, very low volume, very low volume. So what we want is we need the sellers to recommence their campaign. I'm hoping they do that. I'm going to strip some fibs off here. Guys, strip some fibs. Now, we do know about these 2 levels. We'll leave our arrows on. We basically want the sellers, guys, to move back under my 2 black arrows. Now, because we had very low volume getting up here, it takes very low volume to push them back down again. Stops at 100. Yeah, Dan, I'm thinking if any of that stuff is going on, typically what occurs is again, if that push is on very low volume, it's normally not supported by many professional traders. Me personally, guys, there's no way I'd be long over the top of the R2. Like, that's assuming a close over a pivot. Like that's suicide. So whoever these 135 buyers are, I would suggest they're probably going to end up on the wrong side of the market. So anyone that is short, anyone that is short in the trade, right? What I want you to do is our black line is our risk control point. Boom. Please bring your risk through to nothing. As those people that are short with a touch 5 ATM, you've just gone through your 5s. Your risk is now controlled. I apologize, guys, for the fact that you have no fingernails left on that trade at all. But the algorithm has worked, even though it really pissed us off. It really pissed us off. So the most important point is if you are short, where we said to go short outside the range of the candle at 436, you should still be well in this trade. Adam, can you get slippage on a stop loss? No, mate, that's not kosher at all, Adam. That means that, so the answer is no, mate. If your stop loss was here, there's no way the market got anywhere near your stop loss. You had a 25-point stop. 5, 10, 15, 20. No, it's, yeah, no, mate, that's not fair. That is not fair at all. Are you on a CFD or a futures contract? Are you on CFD or futures? Because that would suggest whoever you're trading with might be very keen to find out who your FDAX challenge on futures. Are you with, who are you with? Okay. What I want you to do, Adam, is I want you to send them an email and literally say, hey, I had a stop loss at 460. This is really important. Yeah, I had a stop loss at 460. The market has nowhere near it, 6 points away, and I've been stopped out. Yeah, so definitely, mate, definitely take a screenshot of that. Because, guys, the reason we trade futures markets is there is no price spread. It's super important. Now, have I got anybody that is short? That's a great question, Josh. Have I got anybody that is short? Is anybody that's holding short? Oh, yes. Okay, awesome. So let me put my trading hat back on again, guys. All right, so this is going to get a yellow circle. That's actually a very good question from Josh. So we went short underneath his candle here. Again, if you needed a higher high in order to take the short, guys, you could literally take the short as these sellers came back down again. Note that the higher high created a completely stress-free trade. Guys, so we've got the gap down, the buyers came back in again, turned around, went straight back the other way. If you guys are short, that is a very, very strong selling candle. So for those that are short, we're holding the short as long as we can, please. Blair's got 5 and 25, mate. Well done. Our Blair's really good lesson, mate. Really good lesson. If you said, Lockie, I want to trade statically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for the higher high and then I'm going to put my order on. Blair's not talking to you directly, but Blair's, can you see how much easier it is? Blair's is like, Lockie's targeting me. Guys, can you see how much easier it is if you say, there's my ratio-based trade. What I'm going to now do is I'm going to wait for the higher high, and only when the sellers show them, I'm going to put my order on. Of course, dying less stress, guys. Now, again, all hoots to Cody, guys. Cody is the one that said, hey, check this out. I found something really cool. Guys, what does it mean? Guys, if you're short, on this one, you're going to stay short, please. All right, you've got a 15-minute. So MC, have I got MC? Anybody short, please? If you guys are short, I want you to hold the short, please. All right, hold the short, please. Andrew Haynes, short as well. Well done. Okay. At this stage, guys, you've reached the 100% extension. As that means you guys are going to control your risk regardless of where you are short. You guys are going to control your risk, please. You guys can put a really, really cheeky target just before the 133 plus some loose change, guys. So there's a really good target at 395, a really good target at 395. Guys, please understand that the FESX is about to trigger a daily short. Guys, if they run through that 133 extension, guys, so there's a really good target. If you want something cheeky, guys, at 395, that's going to end up being a lot. I know that's a very technical trading term. It's going to end up being 40 points. So I would suggest, guys, if you're short for a smaller first target, a 40-point second target, and you guys are going to hold this for another 15 minutes, please. Okay, hold, please, for 15 minutes. You're like, what? How am I going to do that? Just sit. Guys, just sit and hold, please. This is really good. This is really good stuff. All right, really good. Let me just double check here. Efficient candle, FESX. Yeah, so Blaz, I mean, well done, mate. You've done very, very well. So everyone that's short, if your stop was in the right place, guys, you've been saved by your stop. Andrew, you got 11 times 2 plus 50 on the FDXM. That is a stunning trade, mate. Is Jack in Sydney short? Jack in Sydney, are you short, mate? Now, for those that love ratios, you bet. Guys, so you see the ratio drop, no higher high, just got a higher high. We took a little short. There's another higher high. We got another little short. There's a higher high, going to go short again. So it's taken 3 punches to pick up the big move, right? Now, what I want you to do, Breezy, what did you get, mate? Oh, Breezy, 10 and 60. You're kidding. It was, holy moly. Now, that was a nail biter, guys. That was a nail biting trade. That was a shocker. Like, that's like the nightmare moderator trade where you're like, oh no, how am I going to explain this? So, Diane, if we've had 2 nail biting trades for the day, then I'd be saying, you know what, I'm finished. I'm finished for the day. I'm done. Thank you. Now, for those that are short, guys, you've gone way beyond your Fibonacci extension targets, which means the extension is of no good to us anymore. And so what you would be doing now is trying to lock in. So guys, anybody that's short, let's say 435, guys, it's gone as low as 370, 30. It's gone 75 points. So Breezy, your target's made of 10 and 60. Holy moly, that is stunning. So anyone that's short, guys, please make sure you've locked in a big fat chunk of profit, please. Remy, you got plus 200 on the NASDAQ. No, so Remy's in the other trading room, guys, on the dark side. Wow, the results in the other room are insane. I'm just going to say well done all. That is really exciting. So that being said, young Jack in Sydney, Sally Ann is going to reach out to you, mate. We have an incredible idea for young Jack in Sydney, guys. Okay. An incredible idea. Have we got anyone else out there, guys? Anyone else out there in the world that loves social media? I know Breezy's constantly posting photos of his breakfast. That's kind of not what we want, mate. But if you're into social media, guys, we want to build an army of social media people. Hi, guys. I did this today, and check me out. Remy's done well today. Remy, I'm just looking at the other trading room, mate. Peter's done very well. Remy's done very well, guys. Mandy's done very well. Holy moly. So anybody short, guys, if you're a ratio-based trader looking for a higher high, guys, again, if I was short on this exact trade, guys, I'd be out with a 5 and a 25, exactly what Blas has done. Guys, I'm at the moment sitting, guys, at 5 points. So I'm sitting at 5 points again. Sitting at 5 points. Suzanne, you got a 2 and a 25. Well done. That's beautiful trading. Guys, absolutely beautiful trading. I think the biggest result today, guys, is probably Breezy, who went for a 60-point target. Went for a 60-point target, which is all the way down here. That little box, guys, is a 25-point target. All right, so again, 20 guys, if you can do 25 points, a week, 25 points a week, you can change your life. 25 points a day. Gosh, the other trading room, holy moly. MC, are you still short? Is MC still short? Michael, are you? No. Did you get the short? All right, you're sending. So just so you know, you're sending those messages just myself. Did you get that short? Because when we were talking today, mate, when we were talking today on the phone, we're talking about, again, it's all about ratios. So when we pick up a ratio-based trade, particularly off a pivot, you wait for the buyers to show and fail, and then literally just let it go, and it's terribly good fun. Terribly good fun. Now, guys, at this stage, we're into the new trading hour. This is going to be very important. I've probably got traders still short, guys. If you are still short, If you are still short, the FESX has just cruised into a daily short. I waited for the higher high, then got nervous, so I took the trade off. No one else has ever done that, mate. No one else. So I waited for the higher high, then got nervous and took the trade off. It's fine, mate. Absolutely fine. So what? Again, guys, that's not unusual. Now to help with that, what I do is I put a defensive Fibonacci on. So that's our turning candle. I put a Fibonacci down the turning candle. So righto, if you guys push up to the 88.6 and you fail at the 88.6, then people are going to start selling at the 76.8, then the 61.8. By the time they get down here, all of those sellers will be flooding the market with volume. The other thing, mate, also is you're looking at the ratio drop. So the buyers were trying to be impressive, then they were less impressive, then they were less impressive. This is like the final buying army going, oh my gosh, go, 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 go. The sellers went, nah, got you under the R2. So there, guys, there were, and remember, as you guys said at the time, there was about 180 people that bought on this candle. They bought through the R2. Now, what that means is they don't have the right pivots on their charts. So guaranteed to you, they've downloaded a free pivot file from the internet and all their pivots are wrong. Guys, so they have literally just committed institutional suicide by trading straight into an institutional pivot. Don't make sense. Don't make sense. Now, we're waiting for another trade. I was waiting for another trade. MJ, yep. Should be tightening stops on the short. 100%. Right, 100% tightening risk on the short. So guys, if you are short, again, so we've got some people that are short trying to hold short. What we're going to do, mate, with your risk is at this stage, I've got okay. What I would be doing, mate, at this point in time, you're obviously probably got out, mate, at earlier targets. So this will be a Fibonacci thing. Right? This will be a Fibonacci thing. So let me help out a little bit. I'm going to draw a Fibonacci down to catch them on the way back up. So you note last time they pushed up, they got to the 38 fib. I mean, if we get pushed back down again, down around, this is the 50 fib of the day. It's a very, very well-known pivot. If we get pushed back down again here and they don't break, then you would be bringing your stop in behind the 23 fib. At the moment, your stop's here. I certainly would not be giving back 5, 10, 15, 20. So at the moment, mate, your stop's behind. At the moment, your stop's behind the previous candle. You want these sellers to get absolutely annihilated. If this candle was to turn red again, guys, if we were to turn red, I said, come on, FDAX, you've done exactly what you were told today. Now, guys, for those that do double failure reversals off the 50 fib, guys, obviously they've sold down, they've gone back down under the fib, then they've come back over the top of it. I might have some of the slightly more advanced traders long over the 50 fib of the day as a double failure reversal. For those that are short for very long range targets, you don't want 2 green candles closing against you. We don't want that. So I know I've got traders that are still short. I've also got traders that trade double failure reversals, and they would be long at this point in time over the 50 fib. If the FESX, guys, closes a 4-point turning bar long, which it's very, very, very likely to do in 53 seconds, then we are all looking to go long. All right. Now, what does that ultimately mean? For the short traders, you will tighten your stops even further. Okay, let me clean up my charts. I've got nothing to do with the 50 fib of the micro trend. I can get rid of that one altogether. All right. Mike, mate, funny thing is, one of the hardest things that me personally in my journey, one of the hardest things I've ever done is hold on to long range targets. The moment you see the money rolling in, you're like, you know, I'll just take it. Oh my God, I'll just take it. Oh my God, it's $500. I'll just take it. Oh, it goes to 500, then it goes to 250, and you're like, oh shit, I should have taken the 500. And it's this emotional roller coaster. The only way that I have personally addressed that is have a 5-point first target, 10-point second target, no risk on anything, and just let it run. Now, guys, if you are a better human, if you're a better human than I am, then you can just let it run, you know, with all your eggs in one basket. Mate, I can't do it. I can't do it. That's why I use a 5-point first target. I use a 25-point second target. When I go to 4 contracts, I go 5, 10, 20, and then whatever I can get my hands on. But I don't touch the 5. I don't touch the 10. It's just cha-ching paid, no risk. And, you know, in that case, just let it fall. Let it fall, and you grab your 4th target or your 3rd target and move it down to the next pivot. If you're not using an auto chase, mate, it's like it's too hard. It's emotionally too hard. All right. So at this stage, anybody short, Jack, I would make sure, mate, your stop is again tighten right down above the pre-top there, as we've got a static bar reversal long on the FDAX that we're not allowed to trade, right, because of the pre-top and the middle of the MDI. So, mate, all I'd do, Jack, is I'd lock in as much profit as you possibly can, expecting you're going to get knocked out on this candle. I don't think they're going to go any further. And if so, you've picked up a 435 down. So you picked up 35 points or maybe 33 points on your trailing stop when your goal is 5 points a day. That's awesome, right? That's awesome. Now, the other way we could have done that, mate, the other day we could have done that, because one of your enemy proofs, guys, in the 101 course is identify if your team is failing at a known psychological area. You could have said, okay, they've cruised down, hit the 50 fib. Perfect. They've cruised down and hit the 50 fib again. The sellers are failing at a known psychological area. I'm going to bring my stop right down above that and try and get out with 5, 10, 15, more than 20 points more, more than 20 points more. Oh, it's a huge SBR, guys. I just can't send you long because of a pivot. Now, the FESX has given us a static bar reversal, guys. We've got 2 gap ups. So we would love to be long. The only option for the longers, guys, if you've taken a double failure reversal off the 50 fib, that's the only long I can give you. That's the only long. No, Diane, it's a great observation. So, guys, at this stage, we've basically had 3 trades only. We've had 3 trades only. I know some of you got into this one twice. We had some of you trade the opening candle reversal under the pre-top. It only went 5 points, guys, but again, that's why we've got this early first target, long range second target, tight ATMs. So if it goes kind of even sniffs in your favor, then reverses, guys, it doesn't matter. Which is good fun. And guys, look, I'm sitting over my KPI today, guys. Nothing like yesterday. Yesterday I got 16 points. Today I'm only sitting at 5. I've got to say though, guys, today was really difficult to moderate just because of so many rules. And we've done okay though, guys. Look, we're positive, which is great. Freezy. Guys, what did I say? What did I say? If you get picked up on this short, try and hold it for 15 minutes. 1, 2, 3. Boom. That's when it's going to maximize its profit. Look at this. Guys, don't you love it when you just see the same thing happening over and over and over again? Diane, the nail biting trades suck. You're like, wow, what did I do wrong? So what I did, guys, now we're going to get another trade, guys. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be a 4-point turning bar long or a very, very powerful long. FESX is obviously, guys, they've tried to trigger a daily short and that's failed. So we are going to get a trade. What we need is a counter Fibonacci. The NASDAQ room, guys, looks like they've picked up about 9 trades, which is very exciting considering they only need the best part of 2 trades a day, guys, to get over KPI. Yeah, no, they're going, wow. They're going really well. All right, so at this stage, guys, we are going to pick up an efficient candle. There's no question about that. What we do need, what's our volatility? Good. Volume is okay. Guys, we're going to get a big candle here. No question about that. Again, to trade it safely, We do need the sellers to show before we buy the market. The Delta V2 is valid, guys, only if you are in on the Delta V2, right? 427. I've got no retracement here. I've got no retracement. Mate, we are into a pivot because the candle is four times stronger, then we're probably going to push up like the FTAX is currently doing at the moment. So guys, if you just waited for the candle to close, I've got no retrace here and it's just taken off. The only trade I could take is the Delta, but I would have had to been waiting for it, as in it's already gone through its target. Again, I don't have a new trade for you, other than if these buyers push up and fail badly. So please don't put an order on the Delta, guys. It's already gone through its profit target. The only thing we can do is wait for the sellers to come back down, get rejected, and then we're looking for an entry over the top of the candle. Geez, you got 4, 5, and 6. Well done. My boys are running around saying 6, 7, 6, 7. I don't know what that means, but you got 4, 5, 6, mate. That's better than 6 and 7. It's better than 6 and 7. Now, guys, the only trade I can give you is if we do get a structured retrace. So if we do get a seller's retracing down that candle, then popping back the other way, is then again an entry over the top of the candle. Lars, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for people that love social media, like love being on social media, and like they literally enjoy it. They enjoy the process. They don't mind, they don't mind getting out there in the world. It's because I do a lot of social media on behalf of the company, but again, it would be more fun if we had, I don't know, people in Thailand, or maybe Koh Samui, for example, might be a great spot. Hey guys, just finished trading today, did $1,000 US. Isn't this funny? I'll see you tomorrow. And again, the more people that do that, guys, the more fun this becomes. Hashtag Australian trading schools, this kind of stuff. You could have a ball with that if you wanted to. So instead of me, guys, posting, Diane, instead of me posting, it'd be really, really smart, guys, if other people said, you know what, boom, so what the plan is, guys, is we get a number of people that love the idea of being an affiliate, saying, all right, I'm going to generate my own leads on Instagram by starting an Instagram called, I don't know, Jack the Day Trader, for example, or Baby Day Trader, or Bodybuilding Day Trader. So, Andre, you know where I'd go with that. Leave on what are the... Oh, that's funny, MC. That's funny. That's brilliant. So, guys, at this stage, we've got no new trades. Giz has jumped on the efficient candle, guys. Got 4, 5, 6. So that's a really lovely trailing stop you've got going there, mate, which is fantastic. Now we're just waiting. We can't go short, guys. So the sellers own the stair step. So we're not going to take a 76. Remy, I'm not being rude, mate, but what a too old day trader. That's no. I reckon vintage day trader or the very wise day trader. I think we could do a lot more than too old. I think vintage, collectible, classic day trader. What I'd love to do is actually get somebody in, guys, actually get an Instagram guru in. I think wise day trader, Suzanne. I think wise retro. Shag pile. Is that going too far? Shag pile day trader. Remy, were you alive when shag pile was trendy? Probably not, mate. You're probably a bit young for shag pile. But guys, either way, can you imagine if we had an army of people going out there going, hey guys, I was just in the live trading room and I've made $200 or $300. Great. Dan. I can't. I'm not going to say that. That's so good. Day trader with the slogan, Breezy. Breezy's going to take the bodybuilding day trader. There we go. But wouldn't it be exciting though to get an Instagram person in and actually, if you want to do something like that, actually have them train you on this is what to do. This is what to do. I mean, you can now pay $10 a week and get an AI algorithm to do your Instagram for you. I mean, it's getting pretty silly. Getting pretty silly. Now, guys, at this stage, I can't give you another trade. Volume is okay. Volatility is dropping. That short goes off the R2, absolute textbook. So anybody that made any money on that short, you put your stop in the right spot. You had your ATMs in place. It was a bit of a nail biter. No question about that. The flip side of the nail biting, guys, is when the buyers pushed in on very, very low volume. I said to everybody, guys, that's not the market doing that. That's a whole lot of people that don't know what they're doing. They've probably got the wrong pivot file on, guys, and they got absolutely annihilated, which happens to those people that don't know what they're doing. Breezy, yeah, good mate. Yeah. No, Breezy, that'd be a great idea. So, guys, at this stage, guys, I'm only going to mark us up for 3 trades today. We had obviously the opening candle trade. We had the higher high reversal under the R2. Then we had the higher high reversal under the R2. I know we've entered that trade a number of times, but I'm just going to mark it up as we took this one here and this one here. Again, I'll put this box on as an idea of what some of the traders may have achieved on this one here. And guys, the lesson of the day, which I think is really good and really important, is that the fact that we got a higher high. So there's your higher high. And when the higher high was created, for those people that require a higher high in order to trade off an SPR, guys, you got your higher high, then you put your entry on. You guys took no heat on that trade whatsoever. So if you're walking away from today, saying, hey, Lockie, what's the lesson? The lesson would be is if you want to be a very astute static trader, wait for the SPR indicator to trigger, wait for the higher high, even if it's a couple of candles later, then put your order on and boom, you're off and racing. Now, as the 15-minute chart is swinging long, right? The 15-minute chart is swinging long. These guys are clearly running out of steam. All of this buying on the FDAX, all of this buying is effectively based on the fact that the FESX couldn't trigger and hold its daily short. Again, the only trade that I missed today is the double failure reversal off the 50 fib. Now, if you did take the double failure reversal, guys, you would have been taken out at 5, and then it would have actually come back down and taken me out at +2. It's only after it came back down and took out my stop would it have actually run. So I would have missed this run. Okay, so buyers now own the stair step. Nice, buyers now own the stair step. Let me have a look. S&P 500 is back to the Asian high. Okay, let's have a quick look.
FDXM Delta confirmed.
Okay, now the NASI and S&P traders, guys, are getting ready to go short. Let's just see what these guys do. Yeah, so volume goes. So again, this again, if this was to be a really lovely efficient candle that closes outside the range of the R2 and outside the range of the upper OSR, then these guys are definitely going to buy the market. There is no question about that. Remy, my pleasure. So guys, again, we are about to get a buy signal. There's no question about that. The FESX at this point in time agrees. So the FESX agrees. Now, the only way this can be traded, guys, is we need a structured retrace and we need a structured rejection. Okay, that was the stop loss we were talking about. Guys, so it's not possible as a futures trader to get your stop loss hit if it's 6 points out of the market. That's just not possible unless there's a price spread. But the price spread is, we don't have price spreads. Now, people can introduce price spreads, but if they do, then again, that's just not what we. That's not what we trade. That's not what we trade futures. That's ridiculous. So we're going to get an efficient candle. Guys, the only way we can trade long, we can trade long is, again, the Delta V3 is valid if you're a V3 trader. For the candlestick traders, guys, we've got to wait for a retrace. We've got to wait for a rejection. The flip side of that, guys, if you want to be really careful on the V3, you would wait for the sellers to show and then put your entry on. We've got a very strong candle on the FESX. We've also got a gap to the high side. Now, if you are at your KPI or you're happy with what you've done today, right, then don't keep going. Guys, I've made 5 points today. That's my lowest KPI, but I'm happy with the trade. It's across 5 accounts. Yeah, happy with that. At this stage, there's nothing wrong with the trade long. What I would love to see is the sellers move in. They might take, guys, a little bit of time to show. The V3 is valid, guys, above the candle. If you're going to take the V3 long at 57, your first target, guys, is 62. Guys, your first target is 62. These guys, all right, here come the sellers. So again, if you are going to buy, guys, if you are going to buy above the top of the candle, we must get a structured retrace and we must get a structured rejection. So let's just watch. We want the sellers to show. Guys, we want the sellers to show. Then we want the buyers to go boom and hit them really hard. Guys, this is how this strategy works so well. So let's just wait. Okay, just watching. So nice retrace. Guys, again, what's our volume like? Volume is okay. So at this stage, we need a violent rejection. All right, so this is the beauty of a push, retrace, reject strategy. Guys, it's very platinum-ish, I've got to say. Very platinum-ish, because we're basically saying we've got a valid buy signal. Now we've got conditions that we need to have met in order to take the buy signal. Now, to take the buy signal, guys, you would need, the sellers are fine, so they normally retrace to the 38 fib. You would want the 38, you would want the sellers to now get absolutely obliterated. All right, so if you're a static trader, your entry's at 455. That's exactly 455. You want the sellers to move down. It's a 4-rated candle. So if you want to literally have a double safety catch over the top, you say, righto, sellers can sell down, and only then do I want to get engaged in my trade at 4455. All right, so we're just waiting. Guys, just waiting. And what we don't want, guys, is we don't want to get filled down our trade in the last 90 seconds of the candle. So see, we're counting down. All right, so we are now in the last 90 seconds. Guys, typically if the FDAX takes this long to respond, guys, typically when it takes this long to respond, it's worried about something. Now, if you waited for the sellers to retrace, guys, which they've now done, and now you're putting your order on saying, all right, sellers are retraced, now I want to buy the market. If the sellers, guys, push down here and they don't get properly rejected, then you won't get filled, guys. You won't get filled on your trade. And you're like, all right, boom, platinum safety catch in place. Now, what's really annoying is if they fill the order in the last 90 seconds and then turn around and go back the other way, or they fill the order in the last 90 seconds and then bolt. That's why I don't enter trades, guys, in the last 90 seconds, and we are firmly in the last 90 seconds. So if I had my order, guys, on at 4455, I would now be saying, I'll take my order off. I'll wait. You've got to be kidding. So anyone that follows my rules, you've taken your order off and it's just gone and paid. For those that didn't take their order off, again, wait for the retrace, wait for the rejection, then put the order on, and it's gone absolutely perfectly. But again, we've got rules. So I do apologize. So guys, in summary, I know I'm going to mark that, guys, as a purple. So I'm going to mark that as a purple trade, and I'm going to put in my trading notes that it didn't meet the rules, guys. Didn't meet the rules of last 90 seconds. Sometimes that bites us on the bum, which that one has obviously done, but it's a good biting. What do I mean by that? Got a lovely efficient candle, guys. Waited for the retrace, waited for the rejection, then put the order on. If anybody did put their order on, it's obviously gone straight to target. There's no question about that. So, yep, paid. Yeah, fantastic. So Michael was in, mate, I reckon you were probably in on that Delta V3. Did you trade the Delta V3? 611. Oh, Steve, you got 611 and 21. Yeah, Michael was on the V3 Delta. Okay, well done. So I think I'm going to still mark it as purple. Hello, Christian. Sorry, mate. We're kind of still bopping along. So I'm going to mark it as a purple trade, guys, which means what I do is I put in my compliance notes, there was an issue with the trade, and the issue will be I asked traders to take their order off. I won't count that as a winning trade because some of you took your orders off. So Christian, we had 3 trades. One was an absolute nail biter, but it went to target. In fact, it went really well. The best trader today was Breezy. Yeah, MJ, that's fine, mate. That's fine. The V3 algorithm's a very, very good algorithm. Mate, our best trade today was Breezy, got a plus 60. I'll spell Breezy properly. Mate, he got a plus 60, so 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Breezy got a plus 60 on this reversal here on the FTAX. So 60 times 28. That's over 1,500 US, which is great. So Christian, 3 trades we can be proud of. One didn't quite meet the algorithm because it came in too late, and then it smashed the targets, and Michael was in early and MJ was in early. And in fact, both of the Michaels were in early. There might be a behavioral issue there. Michael, plus 5 and 32. You Michaels, you guys have got to be careful. All right, so guys, mate, that's what we've done today. Sorry, I'm talking too long. 3 awesome trades. I'm at 5 points per contract times 3 accounts, so I'm happy with that. Had a better day yesterday, did 16 points yesterday, but I'm at my KPI, mate, and today was very technical and really hard to trade. We never got slapped in the face, and we went okay.
First of all, that's absolutely amazing to hear that you guys had a wonderful session. Secondly, I just want to say that I came exactly at the moment when one of the trades paid off, but it was not following the 90 seconds rule, right? It was just like 5 minutes ago. And yeah, I just want to say that it's really nice to have someone like you, Lachlan, who is, although having paid off trades who are profitable, which are profitable, but you're still saying that it's not following the rules. And this is the main thing for us, right? In trading, it's way more important to follow the rules than hope for some random profits in the moment. And it's way better to think about long-term marathon, long-term profitable strategies, and follow the rules all the time. So yeah, Lachlan, thank you very much that you are hosting such sessions, and I believe it's absolutely wonderful.
Yep. Well, Sam, I will. So, guys, message from Sam. Sam, I'll jump on that now. What we had, mate, we had a trader in the room today who had his stop loss on this particular trade sitting up here at 460. So sitting at 460, and when the market came to 454, his stop got triggered. I think that might have been a daily pause trigger. It might have been a daily pause, not a stop loss. So as the daily pause is, let's say it's $1,000. If the trade runs $1,000 against you, even if your stop loss is here, the trade will be turned off. I think it may have been that, because in the game of futures trading, I mean, again, his stop was up here. There's no way he could have been stopped out. But I'll do some research on that tonight, mate. I'll send an email off to TTP and see if we can find out why. But Sam, I think it's probably I think it's probably a daily pause trigger. If
Yeah.
he was short on 2 contracts, then he would have hit his daily pause. Yeah.
So
I think.
yeah, it's true. It's true. The daily pause works like that. Once you hit it, the trading is stopped. All positions are closed. However, you're not losing the account. It's just that you need to calm down, let's say, for 24 hours and come back fresh next day. So you're not losing an account. It's just a pause for you. You can still continue trading, but tomorrow. So guys, have a...
Guys, and I know that might sound mean. I know that might sound like a little bit of the fun police, but I've got to say, guys, it is such a sensible thing to say. I've got a daily rev limiter, and if I hit the rev limiter, I'm going to walk away. I'm not going to turn up the heat. Now, I've been stopped out, guys. I've been stopped out very early on by the daily pause, and I was like, wow, that is so annoying. But then I was also trading too many contracts, and that's my fault. So I reduced my contract load, and I've never been stopped out on the daily pause. So,
Exactly.
but I think it's smart. I think it's smart.
For the guys who are still thinking that maybe daily pause is not for them, you know, think of it from 2 different perspectives. First of all, if you make some profits during the day as a first trade or first 2 trades, so the daily pause basically is not a thing for you anymore. And the second perspective, what you could look for, imagine this trade, right? You got a daily pause hit, and imagine if this trade went against you. You would have much bigger losses, like minus 1.5K, minus 2K, if you didn't have the daily pause. Yep. So you're still having your account. Come back tomorrow and trade again, and everything is going to be wonderful for you, guys.
No, spot on the mark.
All right, we are already above the time. Just a quick thing from me, guys and girls, we have a campaign running, so check our social media, check our website for the discounts. We have a 20% off for existing clients and 30% off for the new clients. And I'm not gonna take any more time from you. Thank you very much everyone for joining. Thank you Lachlan for hosting this wonderful session. And we wish all of you the best rest of your days.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you next week. Perfect. Thank you, Christian.
Thanks, everyone. Enjoy the day.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.